G.O.N.E, The Guides of Nothing Ever, Blonju, ExurtBeatz, Genesis to God, and DJ Kaushun is non-existent, but he will be showing up shortly. Today's topic.
He's gone right now.
Yeah, he's definitely gone. Fitting.
He's definitely gone.
What up?
Today's topic is random. Pilot episode number 3.
Nice. Every episode's the pilot.
Yeah, every episode's random.
Yeah, exactly.
Growth over negative energy. You guys said you had other acronyms.
Oh man,
did you guys want to introduce?
Many.
You guys want to introduce a new one each episode?
We can introduce a new 17 if you want. But, we come up with them on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
I gave you one on the outro last week. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we got a bunch of them written down. Gods over negative energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything you want. I mean, part of it in terms of anybody who's ever listening is build your own acronym. It's like, BYOA,
Bring your own acronym for those that don't know.
For real. But do what works, do what works for you.
Mm.
We keep the expectations low to non-existent when we're, teetering on the edge of existence and non-existence with being guides of nothing ever. So I think we personify nothingness pretty well. We can't do it wrong. Can't do no wrong.
Can't do no right either.
Correct. We ain't trying to do it.
Gods of neutral energy.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Yeah, last night I read some from the Kabbalion. So if we wanted, we could talk about that if you guys caught any of that.
Dope. ExurtBeatz, you got some background music for us?
I guess if I have to.
Yeah, you have to. Last week you had the dope beats, man. Last week was cooking with the ExurtBeatz. Shout out to the ExurtBeatz playlist last week. What did we do last week? We played the random Blonju Jen song. You could throw on that Beautiful if you want as an intro to Jen About to Talk.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, and then get a beat playlist going while that song plays, because you need to cue up them beats, G, so we can set the mood of nothing.
Yes, sir.
Ever. So we could do an acronym with this is a teaser too for Jen's Kabbalion talk, because Jen's Kabbalion talk will be T minus, plus or minus 7 minutes. But Genesis opening, non-exits, there's one. Genesis opening non-exits. I was thinking the E could also be Exurt, for you, ExurtBeatz. You can make up your own for Exurt.
I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to find a way to incorporate everyone's name in there somehow.
Yeah, I don't really have a place in here. My middle name is Gene, so you could do something genetics or genes.
All right, started off. We will go with Beautiful by ExurtBeatz featuring Blonju, produced by DJ Kaushun.
Yeah, let's get them exclusives cooking. I'm gonna mute.
Oh man, what is going on? Today is a weird day.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're not getting clean audio. I said, you playing off the internet, you need to download that. Download that, man.
It's gonna take I got slow internet, man. I got slow
That's why you gotta download that. You can't be broadcasting and playing that off the internet. You gotta download that's a high definition WAV file too that I sent you.
Oh no, I'm not playing that one. I wasn't playing that, or at least not that version.
You did a great job. You did a great job though on the vocals. Like you did a great job. I heard you pull that tiny bit of you out at the end of my verse too for my verse to finish. Yeah. I mean, that I didn't want that to be the case, but then you did that and it made sense. So I can't argue.
I don't know.
With
it just seemed like it fit. Cause
I didn't realize I closed it off that strong. I tried to dance around you coming in there because I was trying to say, the only thing I have to say is you saying you're beautiful and you're a home run, basically. But it works because beautiful is like in response to me saying that the way the hook comes in now, so it works really well.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Sorry for the delays.
You're good, man. We can come up with more acronyms. Jen should be popping in acronyms left and right. I'm surprised he hasn't. We could have how many people can we get on the stream? Because we could have guests, and I've got a couple people that want to come on.
We have
already.
six total.
We could invite 2 more people to our stream, and the audio be clean and all that. So that's a good idea for future. Here, I'm gonna give you my mom's gonna make a quick appearance on the show. Watch the phone move.
Hold on, let's see where we at.
So we have these kind of guests.
And Kaushun is here.
Does you hear me?
Kaushun.
Can you hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, Blonju?
We are live.
What's up, party people?
What up, Kaushun?
What's up, Blonju? How we doing?
Peace.
Where's Genesis at?
He's there.
I'm here.
He's here.
He just doesn't have his video on.
Oh, got you. What's up, Genesis? Okay, I can hear everybody.
You still can't hear him?
No, I can hear him. I can hear everybody now. I'm good.
Okay.
We good. We live in effect. What's up, Blonj? Blonju's in the house.
You got a playlist?
What up?
Yeah, what's going down?
It's good, man.
Man, I'm over here just, doing too many things at one time, but it's all good. All gravy. Hey, good job on the track, man. That track. Thank you for blessing that track with the.
Oh man, you guys killed it. You guys killed it.
With your skills, you and Exurt came through lovely.
Lovely. That's why I was saying we should, before Jen goes into some Kabbalion talk, we should set up a little exclusive preview of the song.
Yeah, let me get it all ready real quick here. I'm about to do.
Oh, you gonna take care of it?
Oh, you can do.
Go
nice.
for it.
If you want, it's up to you.
No, please do. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna be over here. I'm over here. I'm not with a turntables right now, but I still got my music with me though. So.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Well,
I'm still gonna set up some beats as well.
That's what I was gonna say. Go ahead and get some beats.
Yes, sir.
I'm still gonna set some.
Man, you guys came through that. I listened to that thing like 4 or 5 times in a row, man. I think it was beautiful. Like the song says.
It really is. It really is.
I was gonna call it Just No, but I mean.
No, it's beautiful.
I don't know.
You
exactly.
Call it anything else.
You can't call it anything else, dude.
Yeah, I figured that I was gonna get annoyed from people saying, "Oh man, beautiful." Like it's just
and I know this setup is long for anybody listening, but it's really worth it. Like, and I don't. This is just something different. This is something that they'll play for a long time, and it provides a positive outlook on a negative situation with an ultimately neutral +1 vibe. Like, it's a very beautiful message and an emotional song without it being too much.
How'd you guys come up with that what made you guys come up with that? Like, that was what I wanted to know.
I followed his lead, so you got to ask him. He's he's so underrated, like in terms of his versatility, what he can sing and do and his chopper style. Like, people that have heard it don't realize that he's singing on the hook. They're like, who's singing on the hook? And I'm
Right.
like, it's ExurtBeatz, man. He's a real musician. Like,
Yeah, Exurt's the real deal, yo. That's what motherfuckers is like. So is Blonju. Both of you guys are though. You guys are both like, even and Jen's like Genesis. You guys are real freaking artists though. It's like not like you guys are some like, you know, hoax or something. You guys are the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people need to understand that. You know, it's like this isn't some part time. You know, these guys here do this.
Yeah,
we do it for a non-living. We do it for a non-living.
Yeah,
sure. We're
you guys
we're
should be making a living
to a large degree.
You should be making a living, dude. As dope as that is, seriously. That's real talk.
In due time. Appreciate you, Kaushun.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, bro. All right.
Yeah, man. I say it was just as simple as Kaushun hit me up, sent me the beat, said, "Hey, can you rock on this beat?" I was like, "Okay, what do you have in mind?" He said, "I don't know, do some singing, or you know, some like, you know, some, you know, just I don't know, just like do your singing shit." Do your singing shit. I was like, okay, cool.
I
so
mean,
I listened to it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, how old is the beat? Because this song came together really, really fast. Normally,
you know,
like, when you first messaged it to me, Exurt, I was like, I'll get with you later this week, and then in 24 hours, I was like, here's the final verse, bro. Like, this is what you need. You know,
yeah,
the beat is
exactly.
I don't usually do that. Beat's about 6 months old.
No, I think it's older than that. He said it's older than that.
Beat's about 6 years old, actually. I did about 6 years
ago.
I lost the stems for those a long time ago. Got taken away.
Wow. Well, it sounds so clean. It doesn't even matter.
Here we go. I got it ready to go.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Yep.
All right. Hold on. Where are we at? Okay, there it goes.
There you go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm on mute.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful.
Like this. Ups and downs got me all upset. Overthinking keep causing me stress. I'm down looking up, still trying to uplift people who are comfortable where they sit. My gift is a curse that's holding me down, trying to help y'all up, but it's slowing me down. I wanna leave y'all behind, but the trend is moving out, and I know we can make it, but we gotta move now. A quote from Be Wise hit home, and I felt don't deny a true friend, trying to offer you the help. Perspectives are different, what you think gon' fit in is perfect to us. Just speak, you don't give in. I'm just speaking from my feelings within. Scribbles inspired, mine wiggles my hand, and onto the stump, and my livers get in. Linking unstoppable, slip from the wrist. But I can't quit if I slip up, won't give up. Lying in the ditch, quick, so sipping on liquor. Guess I'm so stressed as I'm painting this picture. Just trying to make sure you hear what I deliver. Cause if you don't vibe to the gift that I give you, no funds in my bank. And I'm like with no dinner, been down before, like 4 flats. Felt like I took a blow to the gonads. In my insecurities, time goes past. And the fear of appearing weak, I won't laugh. Strength I have to move ahead. Fighting through pain, earns respect. But there's one thing my mama said, and it's stuck that I never forget.
Just know you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, 8 feet for dumb.
Never change 'cause of what others say, 'cause you are beautiful. The way you are, don't hate when you're doing with that. Just know you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The way you are, don't ever change 'cause of what others say, 'cause you are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The way you are, haters gon' hate when you're doing with that. Can't. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna send. You want money?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Do you really know about a rainbow? That's one cigar, put up a fence, y'all did love but nothing at all. Blue moon, that's love, but I lost it. I hate it for you though, that's trouble, you caused it. A lot still pop, but another but cause it. Don't feel right here in the garden. Started for love for themselves, ain't nothing but somewhere in hell. We've been through this journey before, but forgot it's a lot to remember, and no one is under the veil. This don't compare, this more to existence, the system repair. Beauty beholding is golden, but don't see colder than nowhere. I promise you got it consistent, we there. Never really miss no lessons, I did get a trip to the heavens. Stay lit when I pick up a reference. This'll get a bitch much wetter. Really gotta go with the most. This'll gotta go when it don't go. I don't even know where it don't flow. Take it dead quick in the so-so. We can have a real long talk and pretend to exist. Don't forget it's a whole black hole of emotion and motion. People gotta grow and be on one. I can tell you anything at all. Yeah, that's a home run.
Beautiful, beautiful,
so sick.
beautiful. The way you are don't ever change 'cause of what others say 'cause you are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The way you are, haters gon' hate when you're doing what they ain't. Just know you're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The way you are, beautiful, beautiful. The way you are, haters gon' hate when you're doing what they can't.
Yo.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just know you're beautiful, beautiful. The way you are don't ever change 'cause of what others say 'cause you are beautiful.
It was glitching a little.
Beautiful,
Glitching a little.
beautiful.
Yo. All I gotta say is
That was
good work, y'all.
Was
like
it
that
glitching for y'all? It was glitching for me.
It was glitching?
It was
It
amazing.
was?
Yes.
It was glitching?
Yeah, it's glitching.
Maybe let me see the Wi-Fi signal here.
That was crazy. It was still crazy. There was some like weird glitches.
Like weird. Like what did it sound like?
Like pauses and then the track would like speed up a little bit and catch back up.
To catch back up.
I don't know.
Dope.
There was
Don't worry
plenty of
about it.
clean. Yeah, there were plenty of clean moments. That's why every episode's the pilot. We can play it as an outro.
Yeah.
We can get some beats going and let Jen
If you
talk
got
about
anything
some
else.
of his Kabbalion readings. The cat's gonna say hello.
Hold on, I got a few. Almost got a full list.
Jen, you there, bro?
Is Jen gone?
The box on his screen doesn't have a G anymore.
Has nothing. Has because Kaushun. Yeah, Jen's gone. Kaushun is frozen. That's not Kaushun's box. That's Kaushun's share box.
So it's just me and you now for the moment.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. He's back, or at least one's back.
I got a better signal. Sorry.
Oh snap! Hold on.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gravy.
Okay.
All right, the band's back together.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Back all in.
The band's all back together.
We'll there be one more time before the show's over because I have a better Wi-Fi signal now, so we're good. Like adjusted to the better Wi-Fi signal. So, anyways, I just want to let you guys know that the whole thing you guys did. Thank you so much. And then sorry about that Genesis. I wasn't trying to exclude you out of it. I just didn't know you at the time.
Nah. Oh, what? You mean the song? The song?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I was honestly gonna do it, make it a solo song, and then after I did my verse, I was like, it sounds good. The 2 minutes and it can be too long, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, you know what? Actually, Blonju would sound pretty dope on this, like, because his flow is just as choppy as the way I presented myself this time.
You know, one of the things I wanted to ask you guys, because you guys are all MCs and I'm a DJ, so like for me, my creative process probably is a little different. But when you guys approach a track, what's the creative process like? Do you guys like chill out for a minute and vibe out, or you guys just like you guys write it down immediately? I mean, like Genesis, what do you do like when someone presents you a beat? Do you just say, okay, let me check it out, and then like how does it make you feel? I mean,
before we all got on here, me and ExurtBeatz was talking, and we actually discussed this.
Oh, cool.
It's crazy.
And I was just, yeah, it is. So I was just saying that I used to, and we was talking about how prolific Blonju is, and how like he had, when he found out who Blonju was and he seen his page and he was like, yo, this dude's been here for a minute, but really it's like he's posted 5 things a day. You know what I mean? And then I was like, I used to write like that, and not that he has to force himself, but I would have to force myself, but I would get in the mode of doing that where I could kind of like channel the spirit, and sometimes I may feel it stronger than others, but it was kind of like commanding nature to respond to my pen. And now I just kind of make my pen respond to nature. You know what I mean? By just allowing it to happen. And if I don't feel it in that way, then I just won't do it. And it might be a day, it might be a month, it might be a year. You know what I mean? But whenever it comes, like I'll tell Blonju all the time, like, yo, I'm about to quit rapping for a while. And then he'll send me like 3 or 4 raw beats, and I'm like, yo, I'm rapping again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I
thought I was done.
Why would you do you feel like sometimes I have a friend that's like that. He's he called it kind of quits on the MCing part. And is it because, do you feel like you don't have anything left like to give, or is it just because of the what's going, not trying to get personal, just more like trying to just like understand like the methodology of an MC? You know, what makes you say like, hey, I'm kind of done right now? I mean, if anybody wants to answer.
I mean, I mean, I do this all the time, so I'll go first. When I say that, it's like I'm either uninspired or I'm just, and you know, it's 2 forms of being uninspired. 1, I just don't feel it, and or 2, I've already done too much of a specific type of music or a style, and I'm like, yo, I need to take a break. It's like working out, doing the same thing over and over. Like, you want to get new results, you got to do new. You got to lift heavier weights and have more tension and resistance. You got to do different methodologies, and you know what I mean? So it's like with music, I want to just take a different approach. Like, I get worn out doing specific cadences or rhyme styles and patterns and using certain words, and you know what I mean? Like, I might want to change up my whole verbiage on them, you know, just to throw them off and just to keep me excited, because it ain't just for you. Like, it is, but I want to challenge myself. I don't want to just write stuff that you guys are going to like and be like, oh, yeah, you know, I know they're going to like this. It's like, yeah, I know your cognitive pattern. I know the cognitive patterns that you're used to.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you're getting this 15 in.
Yeah, he's getting his 15 on. My bad. Sorry about Blonju. Caught me off guard with that. for those that are wondering what's going on, Blonju's doing his 20 reps of push-ups right on the camera right now. So kudos to his getting his workout on. So I feel you on that, Genesis. What about you, Exurt? Do you feel like you plateau sometimes? Do you feel like you kind of come off the?
Nah, I mean, I never say I'm a quit. I never say I'm a. I mean, that kind of goes against. It goes against me. I started it. I finished it. I mean, yeah. There's times where I'll hang back or whatnot. You know, like I'm not as enthusiastic to write certain things, or sometimes I just don't even write. But I don't stop, or I don't feel that I'm ever gonna stop, honestly.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Sexy? Mr. Sexy himself, Mr. Blonju.
Oh man. Yo, it's different every time. Like, you know, sometimes like that beautiful song came this week and I wrote to it in 24 hours, or I might marinate on a beat for 6 months. So, you know, it's just, there's always the time and the universe speaks to you. And like Jen said, he put it really well about like, you know, making his pen touch the divine, or the divine touch his pen. Like, I feel like I sit really, really well in between those states all the time. So I'm always ready, and I keep an ear out, you know, and I'm never lacking in inspiration, obviously, with the state of the world and the state of our energies and bodies perpetually being born and dying. So there's every way is possible.
sorry about this, guys. I just have some because I had some questions I wanted to ask you guys because you guys. I was just listening to all the last two episodes, and you guys are just like so articulate, and all three of you guys are. You guys have a vocabulary like I haven't heard people have that kind of vocabulary in a while, man. So and I want to just touch on a few different things. Like, what do you think about what's going on overseas right now? I mean, as far as like the war, what are you guys? You have any opinions on that as MCs? You know, as far as just as human beings, you guys are you guys going to make any music about it, or I mean, what do you guys think about it? Who wants to go first?
I think all the music I make is in regards to that type of situation on a general level. So, you know, I'm very anti-war. I'm anti-spiritual war, if you want to be anti-anything semantically, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it's an inner battle. Everything we're seeing is a reflection of the inner battle, the confusions, you know, between physical and spirit and, you know, shadow type situations being believed to be the truth. I'm not condoning actions. I understand there's, you know, a level of necessary evil on this plane. But it's still perception, and there's lessons being learned every day, regardless of our inability to maybe accept those lessons and process them. But, you know, I'm very anti-war, but I'm anti, you know, the way the powers that be create a pseudo hierarchy to control us. So, you know, what do you want to talk about?
You think? Yeah, I think it's a good time for musicians like yourselves. I mean, this is like the time to let it be known. You know. What about you, Exurt? What do you think on that?
I don't really think on it.
You don't? What about you, Genesis?
Nice. I like that.
What about
Yeah,
you,
that
Jen?
was like the best answer.
Yeah.
I'm more with
I like
I'm going
that.
with both of these guys. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like I
right.
don't really think about it. Not that I don't have thoughts about it,
Right.
but
Right.
it's like I don't invest a lot of my energy in it, other than me sending the necessary energy that's required
Correct.
from me as a conduit, from the creator through me as a conduit, better said. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I can accept that it happens. Like he said, there's a certain amount of necessary, what we call quotation marks, evil that is required. And in reality, none of it is evil. And I'm not saying that, once again, like Blonju said, because he said it so politically correct, not that I'm justifying actions for those of you that don't understand that everything is necessary. For those of you that don't understand that everything is necessary, I'm not justifying their actions, but I am justifying the creator and displaying that our tension with each other is derived from our inabilities to be our true selves.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly. I see what you're saying, and I definitely hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I mean, that's you know, and for me to hear that, it's like wow, because like I'm going just outside of like the war and stuff. I'm going through other wars within myself right now too. So it's like,
Of course.
you know, for me, like my cheese, like I feel like my center's not is in question right now because like I've been, you know, going through a lot of issues like with the death of my father, and then like just like with other things that are around me, like the people around me, and I literally feel like I ain't playing when I say this. I can feel like the shift in my chi, like I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm getting it back center. You know, I'll meditate and I'll hum and I'll do some various things, but it seems like the only way for me to get my chi back is to actually to listen to Guides of Nothing Ever. And I ain't playing. I ain't playing. For me, it is. It's like listening to the shows the last, even though I'm a part of the show, I'm like a fan of the stuff that you guys are talking about, because it's like, there's a lot of perspective there that's very intuitive and very insightful and very on point. Like for example, how do you guys keep yourself centered from all the chaos that's going around in the world right now? I mean, how do you do that? I'm still having issues with it right now. I mean, how do you keep yourself Genesis? What do you do?
I mean, I constantly remind myself that I don't exist.
Wow. What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate a little more on that?
Well, I mean, anytime, I like to call it, we talked about this before, but like the glitches in the matrix, it's where
Yeah.
when your infinite essence is able to live completely in the organism, the conduit that you are. This is a vessel. The soul is a vessel for the divine inspiration of the infinite creative mind. So as long as I'm aware of that, then I don't exist in the sense that humans exist as people, places, and things, or individuals, or anything that's personal. Like, I don't exist in a relative sense, even though I'm able to witness my relative existence. Everything is relative around me. It's always, everything is changing, everything is morphing and forming into patterns that we perceive through our senses, and we personalize or we don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And all
Yeah.
of it is
Yeah, yeah.
meant for you, and all of it is meant for you to expand your awareness of what you truly are, through the vessel and the organism, or the conduit that you are, and everything that you are in relationship to everything that is, from a standpoint of change. And then that unchangeable essence is that non-existence in this case. So I do exist in that sense. I don't exist in the sense of I have a body and I'm a person and I have a personality. But then also I do exist in that sense, but I don't exist as in that the true essence is non-existence. If you were, like, by changing the definition, non-existence becoming true existence, and false existence being what we consider true existence.
Okay. And that's wow, that's super deep on that.
So it has a lot to do with. Can you turn the beat down a tiny bit?
Just a hair. Just a hair. There you go. There you go.
There you go. So Jen said something really important about
maybe just a little bit more, Exurt. Just a hair more. Just a hair more. There you go. There you go. Perfect.
So Jen said something really important about how personal do you want to take it. So, when you think about it as an invisible line between existence and non-existence. Don't take anything too literally. And the same goes for don't take your experience too personally. And obviously, that's easier said than done from a five senses standpoint. But in terms of being connected to infinite experience and not attached to one's own personal experience is the goal, while not necessarily ever achieving the goal, because you're going to have a certain level of subjective and personal experience. And what we've done, human wise, is really, really individualize and separate the individual personal experience. So we feel trauma on an extremely dense level in terms of the physical, separated from the spirit in perception, from the five senses to infinite perception. So you are experiencing everything ever. And that almost negates itself. It's like all you have is zeros and ones. So don't take it too personally, and you can have more fun with perception. But it's still,
is that right? Is that right, Blonju?
But we're taking everything so literally. Like my words are bound to be misinterpreted, or unable to be comprehended, and then therefore, reverse transcended, because you take what I'm saying, literally or personally. But when I'm looking at it as objectively as possible from this, personal viewpoint, as I'm perceived as an energy in a body, like, of course we struggle, it's a struggle with perception, and I'm not immune to it. So, I can really viscerally experience and empathize with everything everyone is going through. So, it's not easy, man. Every day is a task, but it's not hard either when you really stay attuned to the connection and not so traumatized by the attachment. So those personal, non-personal feelings. I know it gets personal. I know everybody takes everything personally, but I'll let you. You're throwing the great questions out there. I know this is all a great teaser to a good 30-minute closeout with Kabbalah talk, because that's going to apply to a little bit more specific yet vague understanding of how to, transcend that line between existence and non-existence. I think, that's how we can help be guides of nothing, in quotes. You know, we're neutral plus one, you know, is really all there is when you start to analyze it, simplify it, and keep it simple. Like I'm bound to make it more complex than it is. If you're only catching one bar of what I'm saying right now, you're not gonna see the big picture, and you might take something personally. But we're here. We're doing. We digress, but we're doing the best we can to convey, something beyond the language and before the language and within the language all at the same time. So it's multifaceted, and it's a task, but it can be fun. Like we have fun here, you know. We chilling. I hope I took that beat home for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
man. It's innate in our programming. You know what I mean? Like to be divine and to be inspired by the divine. Just like it's also innate in our nature to be selfish. You know
and
what I
run
mean?
from the divine, and run from the divine entirely.
Yes, and do the opposite, reject the divine. So it's like
Exactly.
it's a matter
How
of
can
balancing. Yeah. Well, because one is receptive and one is projective. One is masculine and one is feminine. And even
projective. So projective, injective. Think about things instead of objective, subjective. Think about it as projective, injective, and then you can get a little bit closer to the line of non-existence, non-experience, to then embrace humbly infinite experience. Because we're still too personally attached to our experiences. We still have these personal jobs we have to do, while in these bodies, and it gets fucking personal. Forgive my language.
It does.
Give me this beat. I need this beat. Email me this beat. Let me. Can I set this beat off later? Submit this beat. Yo.
You guys, go ahead.
Here
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys have any
shit?
You guys have any projects coming up that we should know about? Like any albums, any singles coming out pretty soon? New ones?
Definitely.
What do you have, Blonju? What do you have coming out?
Well, I'm a part of a project that I produced for Nejma Nefertiti that drops April the 8th, called Kumari Kondom, Kumari Condom. It's a 4-song EP. Features Show Rock and Life. That song, We Major, is already streaming on Nejma's Bandcamp page, so you can check out We Major right now. We're going to drop that as a single. But April the 8th, digitally, you'll get all 4 songs. It's a nice 12-minute play that you can probably rock 2 or 3 times before you need to move on. So,
it's going to be dope.
I had a honor and a privilege to produce that with her in person back in December. So April 8th on that. Jen and I have a project coming out real soon. We're waiting on.
When's that gonna drop?
And we don't have a date yet, but it'll probably end up being early May now. But
early May?
Late April, early May. Don't have an official date. We have 2 things we're waiting on. The art is almost done, and a feature from Life is going to be on there. So we got 10 completed songs. We just have 1 all ready to go, like mastered and everything. We just have 1 song left that is going to cap off that project. So Space Rhyme Continuum.
Space Rhyme Continuum.
Yeah,
That's a dope ass
Continuum will be out 5-6 weeks from right now as of
that's a dope ass name. That's
March
a dope ass
27th.
name. Yo, a lot of good hip hop coming out. What about you, Exurt? How's your Square Roots?
Square Roots, we have a music video where you might get shot coming out March 31st.
Okay.
Our album, our EP is available on all streaming platforms right now.
That's right,
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place, man. Shout out to Skrilltown MO. Shout out to Jerome Duffy. Shout out to Square Roots, ExurtBeatz.
Yeah.
Yo, just real quick, just want to say what's up to all the listeners out there. It's your boy DJ Kaushun, and we got the most 3 MCs that right now, you know, and not excluding Square Root altogether, but these guys here are mad geniuses on the MIC, yo. These guys are dope as hell, and we had 1,000 downloads these last two episodes, just to let you guys know. So we have listeners now. Yes,
What?
sir. I'll send you all the analytics after the show.
Send us links that we can share with our friends, because we need
Abso-
to send links to some of our friends that are asking for it.
Absolutely, I will do that.
What platforms can you find the show on?
I say,
What platforms?
well, I mean, it's live right now on my YouTube.
Yeah, it's live on his.
Oh,
YouTube.
we're live.
Yeah, and
YouTube.com/ExurtBeatz. ExurtBeatz.
That's what's up. And then
What about
iHeart,
like podcast? Yeah.
like iHeart, Spotify. You're on Google Podcast. You're on Apple Podcast. You're on pretty much all the major platforms on.
And what do you need to search? Do you search in the podcast for G.O.N.E? Is that what you do?
Yeah, you put G.O.N.E or you put Guides of Nothing Ever. Type in that, and then you will pop up.
All right, Guides of Nothing Ever, I would probably recommend, because I feel like there's going to be like 800 podcasts.
There's a few. There's a few G.O.N.s out there, so just I suggest type the whole title on there. So, anyways, yeah, the real, but the content that I'm hearing from you guys, man, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding selfish out there right now, you guys, but.
No, we need to promote. We need to do the thing people do. Like it's all a nice setup. We don't have to be. We can be organized chaos and work well. It's working.
Oh, that's what
as it should.
Well, that's what God is. God is the organization of chaos, and that's why we have Genesis here with us, anyways, to help us stay organized like that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And so,
correct.
So, anyways, like I have a project coming out called Sounds of Graffiti. That's going to be in the summertime that I'm working on, and I haven't. Say it again.
What is that? Tell us about it.
Sounds of Graffiti is, you know, I'm a big hip hop head, so like I'm all about the four elements of how it was structured, and so like Sounds of Graffiti is kind of like the art of what hip hop is, which is the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's like the music of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like it just music that I created that I'm asking certain MCs to be on, like, of course you guys are a part of that, because I'm asking, you guys already did some songs, like Beautiful is definitely going to be on there. That's all I got to say. That's one of the major tracks. Just kind of like, I know people have the misinterpretation of what hip hop is and how it started and whatnot. It's kind of like to get it back to its roots of like, it started with a DJ Cool Work is the one that got that took hip hop from, he's the one that started it. So, so it's kind of like, I'm a DJ. Graffiti is an element of hip hop. The sound is really the music of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's where it's coming from. And
dope, Kaushun. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
We'll be happy to drop another verse or something.
Yes, sir. I mean, Genesis. I gotta get you guys. I gotta get all you guys on it. Genesis.
Man, send me the nastiest stuff you got, and I'm gonna send it back to you.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Exurt, I got those beats for you too.
And Jen, he's got the beat. Kaushun makes good beats, so we got.
Yeah, Kaushun makes some fire beats. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, Kaushun. I'm gonna send you the type of beats that I like, that for you to make like the and then you just kind of like make me something like that. I like the dark Death Angel music though. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah.
I
like that black hole music.
Yeah. Kaushun style mixed with Jen's advice would be tremendous.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Blonju. That's thank you. That's a great compliment.
Yeah, I don't really take Jen's advice that well. I just happen to do what Jen likes at times.
Do you guys have any like people you want to work with that you haven't worked with?
I mean, I don't. That like I'll take the ExurtBeatz answer earlier. Like I don't really think about that. There's plenty of people that fit that category, but it's like one day at a time. Shit, Kaushun. It's like there's a lot of people I'd love to work with, and a lot of people I probably wouldn't love to work with.
I don't want to go. I won't go there. But right. as far as me being a DJ, I think maybe it's a little different for me because like I hear like what I wish some people could be on. Like I hear God's lyrics, Genesis's lyrics, and I hear yours, like, God damn. It's like, I'm sorry to say God damn, but like literally, like, man, I wish I could, I could just grab you guys and just here, do this, at all times, because like you guys, like I'm honored to be working with you guys. Like, you need to be a part of this kind of thing. So it's like, for that kind of blessings, it's like, yo, man, it's like, if people want to work with you, how do they get a hold of you guys? Like, if they want to, how do they get a hold of someone like you guys?
Yo, we're active on Instagram. Like, Instagram's popping right now. We both talk to people, and it's all about a vibe, like what are you coming with in terms of vibes? And we work with a lot of people. I mean, both ways too. People on the very come up beginning and people that are in the industry or grinding independently. Like, we both have a lot of things popping. We're not out.
And that's what's dope about for the listeners out there. That's what's so dope about these three. Like, these cats here are they're not only like just great musicians and like, already like living legends in the game. It's like these cats here, they work with other people. Like, they're not like some like, conceited ass cats that I only fuck with like with Jizza and Jigga, and I don't fuck with the big name. No, these cats here, they work with you, and that's what's so dope about. And what I think is personally is like where you guys are taking that and you guys you're changing the industry. You guys are changing the game, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, it's a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's like I don't even know how to charge people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean?
I agree with that. That's what you're saying.
I'm at that point. It's like I could have 1 million followers, and somebody, if the vibe is right, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna give you a verse, and I'm gonna post it on my platform. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Like, I don't really get into the money thing. I don't really get into the possessive thing. Like, I don't want to possess my art. I don't want to think that it's mine. I don't want to feel like I'm inhibiting me and somebody else from communicating because the lack of exchange of a dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's never really made sense to me before. It kind of squanders the art. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can anyways. It don't have to, because I know, people are like, well, shit, I get paid and I'm dope. Yeah, but I'm a priest. You know what I'm saying? I'm handing out verses like bread. You know what I mean? Like, if I need something, the creator gonna give it to me. So.
Motherfucking communion up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can have your $1 million verse or your multi-million dollar house and your expensive chain or whatever you want to buy with it. I don't care if it's a small hut in the jungle. Like, I'll be butt naked giving out verses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that.
Yeah, he will.
I love that.
I'll be like, Blonju, I need some pants. Send them to me. And some custom made shoes.
I got them.
Real quick, there's just a few things that I wanted to say. For all those that are listening, I know we have some people that are in the struggle right now. I know if you go to, I'm gonna be posting stuff on Future Octave's website, on our label's websites, on how to get some help for, if you guys need some food and whatnot. Over here in the 209 area, there's a struggle. Lot they call it Tent City. I don't know if that's about what's going on in your guys' areas, but like Tent City, people that are all homeless out there. If you guys want to go on my website, www.featureoctaverecords.biz, I'll be after the show. I'll be posting some links on some people that are helping out. If you guys need like your clothes washed, or you guys need some food and whatnot. So just real quick, sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to interrupt. So
dope.
That's where I'm at. Yep.
Beautiful.
So damn, that was already an hour. We're almost an hour. We're like 10 minutes in. Wow. Woo. Hey, who's this? Is this you right here, Exurt?
Yes, sir.
Damn. Hey, Blonju, what do you make your beats? What do you make your beats on? You using Fruity Loops right now?
No, man, I use an older version of Sony Acid 6.0, 7.0, and I've got hundreds of gigabytes of samples, and always reloading here and there. And
that's dope, though.
I can flip a sample 100 different ways. So
that right there, that's
nice.
I have I used the MPC for years. I've used Acid for even longer, but I just can make a lot of little snippets in an hour and kind of see where I want to go.
And
But,
I know Exurt's a Fruity Loops guy, right? Exurt.
Yeah,
Did Jen?
pretty
You make
much.
Jen? Do you make beats too, Jen?
No, I do not make beats. I mean, I can like listen to an engineer and I can help him make a beat, or I can like know, you know, like who would fit to a beat or where some drums might go or some sounds or a sample, but I haven't actually like gotten technical and made my own beats. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, God forbid when I do, because I'm gonna make heaven come to earth.
yeah, yeah. Let's do that. Let's get some Kabbalah talk in, so we don't, tease away
Yeah.
nothing. I want to hear a little bit about what Jen was reading last night.
Yes, sir. I would love to hear that.
And expound on that, and apply that back to some of what we talked about earlier.
Okay, well, yeah, last night, so, we read from the Kabbalion. Well, actually, I didn't read from the Kabbalion. I read from the Stellar Man, and he quoted the Kabbalion, yet he elaborated on the principles, and the principle that we were building on was mentalism.
This is John Baines. John Baines, the Stellar Man. You're talking about John Baines, the author John Baines, the Stellar Man. Go ahead.
Yes, Johnbaines, and that's his pseudonym. But so he has a series of books like on Hermeticism, or Hermetic philosophy / psychology, and we were building on mentalism, and the principle states the all is mind, capital ALL, the all is mind, the universe is mental, and they're referring to the all in the sense that not necessarily infinity, but infinity being a conception of the all, and the all being a mind that has infinite amounts of infinite things, people, places, energy, matter, and even conceptions of time, infinite amounts of all of these things within itself, but it is a singular mind. And then within the universe is also mind and also mental, and it says the all is mind, the universe is mental, but the universe is like the multiverse. The universe is not just the physical universe, it's the multi-dimensional universe, it's the multi-layered spiritual universe where there's other worlds and other states of energy and matter, and all of that is mental. And you know what I mean? I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible, because I'm not going to get into like a whole dissertation of all the worlds and the energy that exist in them, etc. But the point is, the all is mind, the universe is mental, and they was talking about how the universe doesn't actually exist to the non-thinker. The non-thinker as in the mind that doesn't have to think. We are so I call it the thoughtless thinker. And because it is a mind, and it does have thoughts, but it doesn't have to think them, because it has always existed. And if the mind has always existed, so has the thoughts. And us being the thoughts, we are the thoughtful thinkers, because our essence is full of thought. Every time that we manifest a desire, it comes from our spirit moving through matter, which is an idea stimulated by nature and nurture, which creates a thought, and then the thought is reflected as an emotion and an action, an experience, tangible habits, qualities, traits, the things that we take personal. But really, they're just symptoms of the mind moving through matter in a relativistic sense, because the mind is not actually acting or doing. Action is something that is only apparent to the things that appear to be in motion. And he was talking about how the universe doesn't actually exist, and we don't actually exist, at least in the sense of being individuals, being separated or appearing separated, or even unified beings into a singular being. Even that is a concept. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say I remind myself that I do not exist, because I am everything and nothing. Everything is bipolar. Everything is the all as well as the nothing, and then the lowercase all is also everything and nothing. You see what I'm saying? Now, from one side, you can consider the capital ALL as nothing, because it's a non-thing, and then you can consider the something as lowercase all, the something, the thing, something that is everything, because it talks about everything. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
the all is mind, and the even using mind is a concept that we attribute to it based upon how we perceive mentalism. Like mentalism is consciousness of matter, or consciousness of energy. Energy is conscious, it's aware. If you observe a particle, it reacts based upon the person observing it and what is being observed and its relationship to other things. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like matter is conscious, and that we qualify that as a principle because we observe that it is conscious. You see what I'm saying? So we say, okay, well, so since it is conscious, it is a mind, and since we are conscious and we are mind and we are mental, projections of that infinite mind, because energy is never created nor destroyed. So this mind is infinite, it's ever present, it's always there. We assess, maybe intellectually at first, we assess that there are higher minds, and then you can reason with that logic up until infinity, and you can say, there's an infinite mind.
I have a one quick question. I mean, no disrespect. Is everything an intentional contradiction?
That's a good way of putting it.
Yes, I'm intentionally creating contradictions because they're not actually contradicting.
Right, I know what you're saying, but I just had a question.
Like I just said a line earlier. I said I'm contradicting, but you can't contradict them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I might be contradicting, but you can't contradict him.
But that's what I mean. That's what I just want. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because everything I'm saying is really it is an intentional, but it's a paradox. It's not a contradiction.
Okay.
Paradox. Right. Contradiction.
Right. So think about it again as simultaneously existing in all aspects of two extremes that are labeled by the words that you use, but everything actually exists in between those words. So like you can't not contradict, but we're busy labeling everything. So we structure like we talked about last week, the language being the sphere outside the sphere. Like you're always discussing something but not being it. So you got to embody the language. So that's where connotation of words, not attaching negative and positive connotation to every word, and finding that neutral path with the language to not take it all so literally. It's infinitely relative experience. So however you want to look at the imagined hierarchy in your mind, up, down, side to side, infinitely diagonal, like it's all there and it's all not. So you can't I don't know. You can't prevent yourself from not being without.
Was that the limitations of
not
us?
Knowing?
Of putting labels. We have to put labels on everything. That's that what
right,
it is?
Because it's a drive to know. So you want to know. You're trying to fill a void, or you call that God. But like when you admit you can't know everything, you know everything, and then everything, like Jen said, it's a thing and not a thing at the same time simultaneously because you just labeled it. So
that's so dope though. That's so dope how it works that way though. Like for me, it's like I'm like looking at it and I'm like, that's so fresh though. That's just like you're able to like see the limitations of what we are based on the fact that you said we have to put labels on everything. And the only way,
but that's intentional limitation again. It's the pseudo concept of free will. We're not limited, but we're perceiving ourselves to be so.
Right.
So
there you go.
We embody limitations, and then we perpetuate them based on lack of perception, or embodying an emotion. Like Jen said, these things come out on the dense levels. Like we can't help it, but we're still caught up in a blame game, and as opposed to just embodying spirit.
How do we get out of that? How do we get out of that?
Don't you quit looking for answers outside of yourself. Everybody's got spirit. It's just not possessed at the same time. The language only makes you perceive that you're limited from being unlimited. So you're caught. Imagine your greatest imagination and everything you could ever imagine, and then everything beyond that you could never imagine, and everything.
We're all Neo in this motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. We're all my bad.
Correct.
We're all
Neo.
Correct.
Well, a way
Yes.
that I explain it is like saying, imagine I took you to a candy store, and if you look at something, you can taste it, right?
Yeah.
But if you hold it, and if you hold it, there's only so many things you can hold. But you can fill your eye up as much as you want, and anything you look at, you can taste. But you can also hold it. But if you hold it, there's only so many things you can hold at once. And every time you hold something new, you have to put something old down. You know what I mean? Because eventually it'll be too heavy and it'll weigh you down. And that's how life is. It's like if you can detach, then you're able to touch. You're able to assimilate everything in the candy store. The candy store is the universe. You can, if you just observe it and just accept it and embrace it, you get to taste all the candy. But if you cling to anything, then there's only so much candy you can hold in your hands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
a
it's
great
like
analogy, Jay.
it's like don't attach to anything and then you have everything. But attach to one thing and then you have nothing. Because you're not actually holding anything. You're just pretending to, and it has an impact in the physical realm. Like you may hold your breath and then pass out. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can't hold on to anything. You have to be able to let it go. It has to be a natural process of just moving through the experience and accepting it and revering it, appreciating it, and holding it in the highest regards because it is everything. Every moment is infinite.
Yeah.
Every facet of every moment is infinite. But if you limit it, if you label it, then you circumscribe it and you relegate it to being finite and intangible and then even then it's subject to change. So when you try to hold it, like I said another bar the other day, I said gravity is heavy as trying to hold a constant. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in a universe full of change, and you're trying to hold a constant. You see what I'm saying? Like the only constant is the essence. The essence is unchangeable. It's a constant. For us, change is a constant, but only when you perceive it as change. If you could detach, you would see everything, past, present, and future, as a singularity, and there would be no change. There would be no surprises. There would be nothing to fear. There would be nothing to worry about. There'd be nothing to be concerned about. You know, then you don't have to worry about your norepinephrine going through the roof and your dopamine levels and serotonin levels going down, and you're desensitizing because you've oversensitized because you've indulged too much in the delusion. You know, and now you're sick of it, and you can't fill that void because, like I said, you can't possess anything. So if you try to fill that void with anything, it doesn't work. The only thing you can fill the void with is the void.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not laughing at that like it was that shit's hella tight.
I mean, but
that's just tight.
It should be like funny in a dark and light humor sense simultaneously.
Well, I didn't mean no disrespect to that. That's like
that's beautiful.
Like that, the enlightenment. I agree with that statement. Hella, like that's real talk. That's some real ass shit y'all saying.
So it goes back to your inner dialogue in your non-mind. You know, so how seriously do you take yourself? And like every day, I gotta check myself. Like I gotta, you know. That shit is really serious right now, guys. You know, shit is serious as shit. But you got to find your sense of humor and, pretend that balance is real, because balance isn't real. Nothing's real. So you have to not fool yourself, but get detached from the language to really dance around spirit. Dancing around spirit is your ultimate tango. You know, like you're the yin and the yang, and you are all spirit, and at the same time nothing means anything more or less, you know. And then we can commune in that idea without taking it too literally, you know. It's gonna be what it is.
We are at 1 hour and 5. That was dope. That is the dopest. That was so dope what you guys are saying. I want to save some more for we should save some more for next Sunday. But any closing statements from anybody, real quick?
There's that was nothing though. We just did nothing.
I know we did.
We didn't even. We never even left. We never even left the ground.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. We're gone.
Nothing.
We're gone, yo. We're gone.
Hey,
yo.
that beat right there is insane.
Send that to Genesis. Send that
That's
beat
it.
to Genesis, and the second beat to me.
Yo, I guess this concludes our show for
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Thank you for listening to all the listeners out
You
there.
trying to leave?
I'm trying
Wait,
to keep it nice and tight, tight and right.
Yeah.
Trying to keep our packages. Trying to keep our packages
wait,
nice. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Okay,
it.
hold on. Here, yeah.
Wait,
okay,
yeah, what do you
wait.
want to do? We're gonna, anybody got any final words?
Any
I
closing
don't.
words? Any
'Cause
closing words? I'm good.
I don't have any final words. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I do. They're gonna unwrap the tight package and find nothing in it. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this?
Correct.
Nothing. The answer to everything. You're welcome.
Genesis the God, my man. Blonju,
Thanks.
ExurtBeatz. What you got? Any closing words? I do, y'all. Until next week, yo. Make sure you guys tune in to G.O.N.E.